just like holding his head pacing in the background, and Edmund's just going on and on, just like, oh yeah, no, she'd show up with a black eye one day, busted nose the next week, like, it was bad.
What if?
Tony is silent and fuming.
Honestly, the last month or two, she's looked okay. Don't know what's going on, but actually, are y'all gonna be heading back out to the bar pretty soon?
Yes.
Probably.
God, yes.
Edmund takes out an embroidered handkerchief, and he says, "Look, I got this from him. I know it belongs to Chandra, and I wanted to give it back to one of you. If you guys are heading that way, thank you." And he hands it to Solar Flare.
This is Chandra's?
Yeah.
Why did he have it?
I don't know.
Maybe he was looking for the next woman to beat.
I have to go see
A woman about a thing.
a woman about a thing.
I have a widow to console.
I have a drink to get.
Oh, Tony pops his head back in. Specifically, is it just Edmund in here? Has the other man walked away, or is he kind of consoling?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both still in there.
All right. I look at them both, but I'm really making eye contact with Edmund, and I'm like, thank you both of you, for cooperating so much. I know it could have been seen that our approach had little tact.
Oh no, we've dealt with people that have had little. And Oriel's just in the background going, "Edmund, shut up!"
No. Make him keep
Stop.
talking about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tony walks back in. You're still in here?
Yeah,
Have
he's
you
still
two
there.
left?
You guys are a gold mine.
Have you two left, or
No.
can we?
Edmund needs to stop sharing our business. He's like, it gets so lonely with just you all the time. He's like,
Edmund?
I didn't think you needed anyone
Edmund?
else.
Oh. I look at Edmonds and I say, "Forgive me, I'm not up on the ghoul diet. Can you drink? Would you like? I was thinking maybe come back here, have some cocktails, have a conversation."
I like schnapps. Edmund, can you...
But Tony is giddy with excitement. He goes, "Somebody else take the widow. 5 minutes. I'll be right back."
Hey, those ladies.
Oh, no, you don't.
The ladies love a gay best friend. Honey, I heard you lost your husband. That's
Honey,
terrible.
I heard he beat the
Did he hurt you? Because we will kill him.
again.
Waving a nail file around. I will go and I will stab his corpse in the eye.
I will resurrect him just to kill him again for you, honey.
Yes, I am a necromancer, sweetie. Do not question it. Also, first person to build a gay necromancer gets at least $5 from me. Like real cash money.
I want to go talk to Indira.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Because I remember in the last session or the session before that, we kind of shared a look.
You were making eyes.
Yeah, we shared a look with each other about relationships and how hers wasn't doing so hot. Now with Chandra's handkerchief being on Behringer, I'm a little curious about what she had troubles with.
I'd like to make it clear that I've gone to the bar and offered to pay full price for two. I don't know. It's like there's flavors, right?
Sure.
Peach.
Sure, peach schnapps. I'll pay full price for a bottle, and some tip for the bartender. Her name is Chandra, right?
Chandra.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought she was the bartender, but then I was like, maybe she's the dominatrix because you wanted to take the thing back to her.
No, I'm taking the thing back to the bartender's girlfriend.
Okay, well, I'm gonna offer the bartender Chandra either full price for the bottle or full price plus a generous tip if she's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's not allowed to do it, but the second you mention it's for the cook, she's like, oh, just take the bottle. She doesn't want to deal with their wrath coming back to her in any way.
Oh, thanks, but still, and then he slides.
It's complimentary. This is what you paid for the ticket. I'm not supposed to give you the bottle, but
You're
I
right,
also...
and Tony takes a napkin off the bar, the stack of the things, and puts it over the dollars he's put down, and walked away. So Tony runs back in, and he goes, enters bottle first into the room, and he goes,
And Evan's just like, hey! Oriel is still rubbing his temples in the background.
Oriel, you might as well get on the train. 3 glasses, I take them.
He's making puns, Oriel! Oriel doesn't respond.
I say, you might as well get on the train, because the gossip train ain't got no brakes, honey. No, that's not what Tony says. But, pours 3 glasses, and says, tell me about these people that don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, so after Edmund has himself a drink, he discloses that they've been put in awkward positions before because Samuel knows their secret.
Okay. So Samuel knows their secret.
Cousin.
And okay, I'll kind of laugh and say, yeah, I've had a conversation with Samuel. Let me guess. He's used that to his full advantage.
Yeah, you could say that. Had to hollow out some cantaloupe so we can curry his drugs.
Jesus.
Oriel is basically hitting his head against a wall in the background.
That's not good.
Tony,
do that.
Tony,
Well,
I'd
neither
like
is
to make
his
a...
big fat mouth either. We're gonna lose our jobs, Edmund.
Wait, did he tell somebody about your, status?
And Edmund's like, no, he didn't tell anyone. He threatened to tell everyone and have us lose our jobs if we didn't do this for him.
Tony would like to make a perception check for cantaloupes in this room, please.
Smart man.
Okay.
5 for me.
Yeah, you see some miscellaneous fruit, watermelon, cantaloupe, some honey-dew.
Jack, I love you so much. Okay, Tony is going to mark in his mind, in his photographic memory, the exact location of this. He's stealing it before I leave this train, let me tell you. Samuel seems like kind of a dick. Seems like kind of a dick.
Yeah, kind of an He has another shot of schnapps.
And I pour him his third. This glass is never empty, let me tell you.
You have a bartender's ear. You're putting on that.
I am. In fact.
Do you find yourself a little bar area?
In
so
fact,
they give you a cross.
I found a spare dish towel. It's over my shoulder.
And he's like, honestly, we probably just would have taken him out of the picture by now if it wasn't for the fact that I know he's working with some people on this train.
Really?
And I know he goes missing, we're done. We're done, son.
Really?
Done.
Tony says, cleaning a glass.
So you're just gonna clean the one glass forever.
I say to him, take another shot myself. Damn, that's sweet. I like it. It's good. Got any suspicions of who he might be working with on the train?
We really don't see that many people, but let me tell you, nobody puts baby in a corner. I'm talking about you, Oriel. He's like, I heard you, Edmund.
I did. That's lovely. He called him baby. Tony's assuming that they are together.
It's a quote.
I know that, but Tony doesn't. Oh. You think Tony's seen Dirty Dancing?
Absolutely yes.
That's true. He has 2 daughters and his wife. Actually, he has seen it. Okay, fair. Tony will kind of say, any reason that I went up to try to pay full price for this bottle for us to share. He says, take another shot. And Chandra seemed nervous as hell when I said I was coming back to the kitchen with this. You don't think Samuel told her, do you?
No, we just got ourselves a reputation.
Oh.
For being
please
an
tell
looks
me.
at the little one.
He literally points and clicks his tongue at Blindside.
Oh, you guys kind of like the Gordon Ramsays of this train or something?
It keeps our secret.
Oh my
People
god.
don't come snooping around if they think we're
Tony's loving this conversation, and not even in a self-serving way. He's genuinely enjoying Edmund's company. So he's going to keep this up. If they have more to tell, obviously, but I think at this point it's some old boys enjoying some time together.
And that's fine. I think that's exactly what
and
it
keeping this guy company while he brainstorms too. Also, you've been invited to schnapps if you'd care to partake.
He'll hang out for just a little bit, and then he'll go to talk to our cohort on the train, the detective.
Did Sun introduce him to anyone, or has Sun just been like,
Well, no, yeah, she did, because she was just like, hey, he's a
Yeah.
private eye who was hired.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name.
I forgot if you had a
So,
cover name.
real name.
no, just Detective Warren.
Okay.
Detective Warren. Okay.
He's at the bar. Still.
I will.
What is he investigating? How much alcohol they'll give him?
I will whisper. I mean, I don't want to. I'll say polite greeting, whatever, like a normal person, and then I will tell him, obviously in hushed tones because we're in a train, that we have had a look around and discovered something that perhaps we were a little hasty to rush to judgment about our friends at the back of the train.
Oh, so they're not Jewish.
Oh no, they're Jewish.
So
They're
that'll
just
earn me a
friendly
pretty
Jews.
decent bonus.
They're menches.
There's bounties on ghouls.
Bruh.
You're a ghoul turning in ghouls?
He hates schools.
What a traitor.
Also,
I will fight you. I love Edmund.
He will tell him that it was definitely not a normal situation to happen with the train.
Okay.
It's almost like someone did it on purpose.
Is this related to the disappearances then? Do we know that yet?
We don't know that yet.
he has any leads.
Do you have any ideas?
I'm more or less just letting you guys bring me info, and if that happens to corroborate something I know, I'll let you know. But that's kind of why I'm paying you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tell him that the chef beat his wife. Not the chef, the captain.
Yeah, he'll. I'm not able to think of how to word that without being super blatantly obvious about yelling that out on the train.
The captain was a real Mel Gibson.
He was a real Sean Connery fan.
A real
if you know what I'm saying.
A real Charlie Sheen. Loved 2.5 Men.
That certainly suggests some motive.
Yeah. It seemed like it had been kind of calming down lately, but that could just be because he had a heart attack a few months ago.
Alright, then, I guess follow up on that. And like I said, I need motive, means, and opportunity, and it sounds like there's definitely motive there.
He'll whisper the injection.
Okay, motive, means.
I'm gonna go see if I can find Elise.
Elise is in the common area. Perhaps she is in the lounge car.
Is she by herself?
For once, yes.
Awesome. I'm gonna get a drink for me and a drink for her, and I'm gonna go and sit down there. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna join her, like, without asking.
Okay, so she kind of looks up a little startled and sees that you've brought her a drink, and
Quack.
she goes to ask, "What is this?" and kind of stops halfway and just drinks it.
I thought you might need that.
No, thank you.
How you holding up?
I've been better.
I can imagine. You want more?
Perhaps once I'm finished with this, but thank you. I'm sorry. Who are you?
Finn. I'll shake your hand.
It's nice to meet you, Finn. Elise. And she offers her hand.
We met briefly at the very beginning.
Well, a lot's happened since then.
It has. He's kind of just gonna kind of chill in silence. I personally don't know how to work this situation.
Seduce her.
White knight.
Just
Full white knight.
full white knight?
Take a good hard look at her and see if there's any faded bruises.
Right. Just listen, sweetie. I see you've been hurt by a man before. Rest assured that will never happen again in the arms of Finn O'Brien.
Know that if you ever need any sort of comfort, you can come to me in my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It's soft. Rest your head here. Feel it.
While the muscles might intimidate, you might think they're not comfortable.
They're not there.
They are soft.
They're not there.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I have a cat.
I have a cat! Bitch, love cats!
At that moment, a cat walks up and just hops into his lap, starts petting Mal. This is Brian. This is my
Emotional support cat.
emotional support cat.
Oh, Brian.
Thank you.
Brian looks lovely. Oh, she accepts Brian and begins stroking Brian gently.
He gets me through my hardest times.
When the night seems darkest, Brian is my sunrise. Oh, Jesus, let me think. Give me a moment to think.
Please do this for
I'm
me.
trying. How do you bring up? Hey, your dead husband beat you, right?
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure a way to work
I know,
that
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Talk about how your ma used to get beat. I don't know.
How does that come up?
You listen. Spend an evening. You carefully
gotcha.
craft the conversation this direction.
I'm not
Jack,
gonna-
you cannot act irritated. This is a
So-
sticky situation.
So Gene.
It was thrust upon me for one
All
thing.
right, all right, Gene. Here we go. So you're gonna like have a couple more drinks, and then you're gonna go. Can I be completely honest with you? I'm coming here. I'm kind of running on this train from an abusive relationship.
Something. I mean, that's the best we have.
And
Don't you look at her?
or
you
just
look at
say
her,
I too recently ended a relationship.
My-
That's why I'm on the train running.
maybe not.
That's
he
not
died.
about-
No,
My
no,
ex-boyfriend used to beat the me too.
God damn it.
no. No, but seriously, let's workshop this. You can say about how we're all trying to escape from something on this train. Something like that, and then you segue into your personal story of abuse. Apparently.
Let's skip me for now, because this is bad. I'll just come back and try again later.
Okay. We'll say she went to the bar car to get her drink refreshed. You see her flirting with Chandra.
Does she seem like she's seated there, or is she just kind of...
She's resting temporarily, but she's not seated.
Alright then, I'm gonna wait until she's got her drink and she's returning back to wherever she's going to go up and settle next to her.
Okay.
And walk with her.
Alright, so she leaves the bar and begins walking towards the lounge car, and you suddenly appear. She starts a little bit, and then says, "Oh, hello. I must have missed me there."
And Sun will have a little chuckle at that and just be like, "Yeah, people say I'm a little quiet like a cat or something. Can I join you?"
Oh, I was about to join Elise.
We look over and she's with Magpie, right?
If you can see through several cars, then yes, she's with Magpie.
Alright, so we go and see that she's with Magpie.
Yeah, if you walk with her, then yeah, she's sitting with Magpie.
Then I will kind of be like, "Oh, it looks like she's got some company. Why don't we let her be? It looks like they're having a good time."
Sure. What did you want to talk about?
So we go and we find our own seat. She goes, "I noticed the look that you gave me. The look of you love someone, but you're not loving what they're doing."
This job has taken its toll on our relationship. Like I said, Chandra comes from money. She doesn't need to do this, and we just got married recently, and I was hoping that it was going to be a little different. But
Just got married. I thought they were engaged.
oh, I'm sorry. We were supposed to keep it a secret.
Oh, so you eloped? Got 2 on Judge Intentions.
It seems like it was a slip. That she is being honest.
Okay. And she'll mime zipping her lips and she'll go, "Mum's the word. I won't say anything."
Thank you.
She goes, "So she's been working on this train since it began. Did she have a connection with it before it started? Did she get the idea to start working here from somebody, like a friend, or?"
No, she always had a talent for mixing drinks, and I guess she decided to apply it in a more practical way. But like I had expressed earlier, I was kind of hoping that we would be spending more of our time jet setting and seeing the world, and instead I feel cooped up.
Solar Flare will be, we'll kind of nod and go, I understand that. It's, you thought that maybe they'd find some way to compromise, right? When they just refuse, it hurts because it feels like they don't take you for granted. No, I get that completely. But, I mean, congratulations on being married. You two do honestly look like you're very happy together besides this little hiccup. How long?
Oh, it literally last week.
Oh. Was it just a on the fly thing? Like,
I really had to talk her into it. She wanted to wait, but I told her, we're both young. Let's just do it.
I guess Solar Flare is just gonna she's gonna go, just from the brief time that I knew him and Elise, like I was getting kind of a weird vibe from that. Did you pick up anything like that?
I think perhaps it wasn't the happiest of marriages.
Did anything specific happen, or did they just seem unhappy?
They just seemed unhappy.
And she'll kind of reach in. She's like, "I was by the kitchen earlier tonight, just picking up a little snack. I was a little peckish, and one of the chefs had mentioned that this was on Marcel, and he thought that it should be returned. And I noticed that I had Chandra's initials. I thought maybe you could give it back to her."
Oh, I didn't realize she was speaking with Marcel.
Oh, I just assumed that everybody who worked on the train were friends.
Well, typically an alcoholic doesn't spend that much time with the bartender, but thank you. And she takes the handkerchief and excuses herself.
I'm gonna be a little sneaky and just kind of be a creep and follow her back to the bar, because that's where I'm assuming she's going.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just kind of a stranger on a train. I'm not really...
Aren't we all?
I'm not really here as much for emotional support as everyone else, because frankly I'm just not very good at it. Instead of, trying to tell you everything's going to be okay, because frankly it's not. And instead of going over like how everything might have been, how everything could have been, let's just talk about the good parts, everything that was there, and I'll help you forget everything else.
A toast to that.
Clink.
My boy.
Just tell me some good stories. I'll tell you some of mine.
Sure. And I'll say you guys start bonding over a couple of stories.
Sounds like this is kind of like frankly, a life-changing trip for a lot of people on this train.
Oh?
Strange that. I mean, yeah, I had to get away from the city. I lost my wife a while ago. I mean, frankly, it's longer than it should be, but I made some mistakes shortly thereafter and wound up in prison, so I'm recently out and somebody's hooked me up with a ticket to, I guess, go on vacation and try and think things through. So I guess new beginnings.
I like that. To new beginnings, yeah.
You smoke?
I'm known to on occasion.
Take out some cigarettes and thumb light it because
Oh.
wizard.
Oh. Ooh. What was that?
Lay these bricks down, baby. Walk this path. Yes.
What was that trick you did? Oh, I'm sorry. Do your people call it an illusion?
Oh, my baby. My baby, it's real.
Full hand on fire this time.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel that hot touch?
That seems like a bad idea.
No, obviously. Don't actually do
No,
it.
he touches her, it's only hot when I want it to be.
Oh, like pony top.
Damn it!
That take me! An old meme, but it checks out. Holy
She's very into the flaming hand. She thinks that's super neat.
I mean, this is nothing. I can show you all kinds of magic. I'm a magic man, baby.
Oh my god.
She's pretty impressed right now.
Tell me about your relationship with him.
It wasn't the best. It's certainly not what I had been expecting.
No?
No. He could drink too much, for example, and he could make some poor decisions. But I think it's not wise to speak ill of the dead.
I don't know how anyone could make such poor decisions with such a beautiful lady such as yourself, but...
Tell me, do you have any more tricks? Maybe you could show me in your room.
Oh! Hold on. Bing!
You know what? I know a thing or two. Let's go. Fade to
So-
black.
Yeah, Elise and
Fade to
Magpie retire. We still have Blindside and Solar Flare who are mulling around. I know Solar Flare is heading to the bar to watch that scene. And unfortunately, that scene consists of Indira setting down the handkerchief very roughly on the bar and sliding it over to Chandra before walking out.
And what is Chandra's reaction?
Chandra seems kind of confused, and you see her going through her head like, okay, I'm gonna have to talk about this and I guess apologize. I guess I'm gonna do that. Like,
She's doing the post-mortem on how she is right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the bar and I'm just gonna kind of, I can't really look confused because I have a mask, but I guess like make a confused gesture and just be like, is everything okay?
I don't know. I'm gonna assume that she's a little upset with me right now. But I'm not sure how she got my handkerchief back. Last I knew, Beringer had been borrowing it.
She says borrowing. He says she left it. What would she possibly think he was borrowing it for? What would he possibly borrow it for? Like, I know she's probably lying, but if she truly believes that, that's...
Maybe one of the chefs found it and wanted to get it returned to you. Or something like that.
No, that's...
How did he get it? That's strange.
We were talking maybe a month or so ago. He was thinking about making some pretty big changes in his life.
Changes like what?
They're kind of sensitive.
Can I roll an etiquette to kind
Yeah.
of be like, well, I'm kind of sensitive too, but in a more sensitive
You
way?
can roll etiquette, but I want to see how you're actually going to rationalize it, because
No.
bartender confidentiality is very important.
Let me state, you remembered Tony very sensitively mentioning HMVV with the term his status. Like, so if you're going to try to bring it up sensitively, you would have heard that phrase, and I would say that's the most sensitive, that's the biggest hint I can give you, maybe.
Except she's talking about Baron Marcel and not...
Damn it, I forget these, he has such a chef name. It seems like such a chef name to me.
Trish. And, she'll nod and say, no, I understand that.
That's right. I forgot you had shared that you were also in recovery, which is why you had asked for a Shirley Temple our first day.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
I got my 2-year token.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So he was also,
In recovery, yes.
in recovery. That's, okay.
And he always felt like he could talk to me about things in the past, and I mean, I would have never denied him my ear, so he just had to talk, and he shared that he was concerned about the state of his marriage, and he thought that this might be a way to save that, his career, and ultimately his life.
Sounds like it was a pretty serious thing to consider, if it could do all that. And she'll go, yeah, I did kind of sense a strange vibe from Elise and him. So their marriage was on the rocks?
I mean, he had struck her in the past. That's something that's difficult for people to get through.
That is, yeah. No, I've been there too. That's, when you go through something like that, you do have to make a few changes, and sometimes you come out stronger through the other side.
And then sometimes you just need to admit that you made a mistake.
I know that for me, when things got physical, that was the last straw to cause me to leave my relationship. Do you think that's where it was headed with her?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was thinking about me for a second there.
Oh, absolutely. I understand. I'm sorry. I'll leave you to it.
All right. Well, if you need another Shirley Temple, you know where to find me.
Of course. And I will scoot my little boot.
All right. Blindside.
Did you tell me that we're all straight with Miguel now?
I don't know how to answer that because what I had told you was that Miguel knows that we know he's the courier. I've told him who's on the team.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
Yep. I just wanted to know if Miguel still thinks I'm here to kill him.
No. He now knows these are the people involved. Well, maybe he has those opinions about you personally. I don't know how to help that. He knows who he's here to inform. I'll say that.
Okay. Is Miguel still hiding in his room?
I mean, he's in his room.
Okay. I'm not gonna go bother him. If he was in the room, I might have like went over and said hi to him.
Yeah, no, Tony was just like, be cool, baby, damn. And so he's just pretty much chilling now that he knows, like, there's not a murder squad out for him.
So, I don't think there's anybody...
I mean, if you don't have anything, that's okay.
I need to talk to right now. The only other person who I'm really interested in talking to, I don't know what I want to ask him right now.
Then I would put off
So
because
I'm just gonna
feel
put
like
it off.
I feel like things are unfolding for us decently naturally.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, because like, if she was asleep, I could like, go through her pockets and find the murder weapon, but she probably had no pocket, so that doesn't matter.
Fair.
Did she have a purse?
That's
fair.
You
Maybe we
might...
need to cut to 3 a.m. the night of.
Well,
And I'll just, when I go to sleep, I'll just astrally project, and my body will be there unconscious.
I mean, I would say there's
Is that what you're doing?
there's nothing of interest on her person or in her purse.
but you
I mean, I can
could boost your
project
key.
to her room
Okay.
while sleeping and just kind of scope things out.
All right, then if you're going to scope out her room, go ahead and give me a perception.
Okay.
Some call it resting, some call it collapsed, exhausted into a postcoital heap. Who's to say?
Tomato,
Who's
tomato.
to say?
Who's
Some
to
call
say?
it getting bored and falling asleep.
She at least a good leg.
Depends on who you're talking to in the room,
Well,
honestly.
Give me a die.
I gotta roll some edge on this.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Are you gonna roll edge on?
No.
You're gonna roll
Jack
extra
didn't make
jerk
me
off your
roll
brother
to
back?
so I'm not gonna worry about it. I only got 2 perception.
She got a 5.
Oh.
Wait, please roll a
What's the stats? What do we do?
body.
Look like
Wait,
Jack
stop.
rolled one die.
I just rolled a d6.
Just
Okay.
a d6?
Yeah, just a d6.
To be fair, I would
One.
say it's probably
One.
body and reaction.
One.
It's a 5.
Oh!
I'll take it.
So apparently, y'all had a pretty good time.
You showed her some magic.
All right, with your
I got
well,
one.